What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another custom vehicle video. I'm going to be taking you through a couple of different steps on how to make the spare tire for the back of the Jeep. Obviously, this is a really awesome Jeep made by Mattel, except it's missing that iconic back spare tire that the Jeeps have in the movie. So there are a couple of different ways that we can go about making this, and the cheaper way obviously would be to buy a second Jeep and remove the tires and just use the tire from the second Jeep that you bought to attach it to the Jeep that you have. That would be the cheapest route. These are about $15, I do believe, so they're pretty inexpensive. To mount the tire, it's pretty easy. It's got a notch in it already where the axle goes, and you can just get a little washer, a plastic washer spacer, and you can put it in there like that, and it makes it flush. And to attach it to the Jeep, Walmart sells these 3M damage-free hanging clips, and they are the perfect size for these tires because they have a little notch in the back, and the tire, it fits right over that little nub where the axle goes in. Now you want to have a little spacing between it, so that's where the washer comes in handy. And then you'll take a little dab of super glue and run it around the edge here and just set it on the tire like that. Of course, let it harden. And this thing right here is great because I have the shell over here. It's the perfect width to just gently click onto the tailgate, and so the tire would just mount right here. And it's kind of a damage-free way of mounting it to the Jeep without having to drill into the Jeep or glue the tire permanently to the Jeep, you know. And also using a second Jeep, you get the benefit of having the BF Goodrich logo on it. The way that I'm going to show you here, the more difficult and more expensive route to make it. At the moment, I have not found any transparent decals yet to use on the Jeep, so it's just going to be a spare tire with no logo on it. But it's still cool, and eventually I will find out where I can find in-scale decals for the tires. But this is a little more expensive route, but if you already have these supplies, then it shouldn't be that bad. But this resin runs about $21. If you use a 40% off coupon or 50% off coupon, you can get it for about $10 to $12. But this is the resin that I use. And when I'm making a mold, you know, obviously I took off the older tire, or the original tire from the Jeep, and you do the silicone mold that I've shown you in other videos. Mix that with a little bit of cornstarch and some dye or food coloring and make a mold like this. And it's a nice flexible silicone mold. And to make the tire copy, what we'll do is 2 parts of the resin. We got part A and part B right here. So we have 15 of part B and 15 of part A. And just mix it around until it's all one color. And we'll take it and pour it into the mold. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes and this is nice and solid. So we'll go ahead and crack it out of the mold. And we got a perfect replica. So on the back here, there'll be some cleanup work, and basically just take some sandpaper and I'll lay it flat and sand this thing flat and smooth. That way it's flush. So I'm going to go ahead and get this washed in just some hot soapy water just to get any residue off of it so the paint sticks better. And then when I come back, we will paint this tire up. Okay, so I got the wheels all cleaned and washed with warm soapy water just to get any residue off. And now I'm going to go in and start doing the red rims first, and then the black will be done afterwards. Okay, so the red is dry, and I have the rims taped off with some masking tape. And now we're going to start laying down some black. Alright, the tops are dried, and now I have painted the backs black, and I'm going to go over them with a gloss top coat from Createx to gloss them up a little bit and to protect the paint from scratching off. Alright, so I'll let this dry, and I'm going to flip them over and take off the masking tape and see how the red is doing and if we need to touch up any black. Alright, so I got the tape pulled off on the first wheel here, and it's looking good. No cleanup needed on that one. Let's see how the rest of them turned out. Yeah, I pulled a lot of the paint off on that one. But no big deal, we'll just touch that up with a little bit of the red paint. Alright, so the final step will be attaching the tire clamps that will clamp it onto the tailgate of the Jeep. And you can use super glue, but this pack of clamps here comes with these little adhesive, double-sided adhesive tape. So I'm actually going to use these instead of super glue. Super glue is kind of messy. So basically what I'm doing is I just remove one side and get a clamp. Put the adhesive on the clamp and try to center it on the tire. Right about there. Okay, nice and sturdy. Back some Jeeps up. And there we have it, guys. All of the Jeeps are now outfitted with their iconic spare tire, ready for adventure on Isla Nublar. For more Jurassic Park related content, you know where to find me. Links will be in the description box below. I appreciate everybody sticking around and watching. You guys take care, and I will see you in the next video.